Hey there, this is Rick. So Bitcoin hit another all-time high today. That's always nice. But you can also see how this attracts more and more interest in owning the Bitcoin name, the Bitcoin brand, the Bitcoin ticker in particular. There was an agreement met with overwhelming majority from the industry, well over 90%, about 95%. In something called the New York Agreement, in how to upgrade Bitcoin. An extremely small contingent does not agree with this plan, mostly because they were only invited to sign the agreement when it was already made, or I'm not going to speculate why. But this particular contingent controls bitcoin.org, the domain, and today they posted the most bizarre rant on this coming upgrade. Signed, beware of Bitcoin's possible incompatibility with some major services, where they list practically all services, because all services have agreed to the upgrade. And in rather poor English, they instruct people to download a very special version of Bitcoin that makes sure Bitcoin can never upgrade to the future version that people agreed on, and pointing at specific services that are owned by Blockstream, the one company that has most to lose from this upgrade. And perhaps most bizarrely, are saying that don't take our word for this, look at these and these sites which say the same thing, where these and these sites happen to be sites also controlled by the same very, very small contingent of increasingly small Bitcoin users. It's kind of like if Jehovah's Witnesses were telling you, don't take our word for it, go to the reputable website jw.org or read the publication The Watchtower, and you'll see that everything we say is true. This is just as bizarre. In poor English that goes heavily into technology of Bitcoin and still tries to portray itself as addressing newcomers. Newcomers have no idea of this language. Beware of Bitcoin's possible incompatibility with some major services. What you can tell, though, is that this is being pulled like a political project. In the European Parliament, we would have people like this for breakfast. There is a countdown clock somewhere to this upgrade, and this little tiny contingent is doing their utmost to pretend they are a majority of users, of nodes, of whatever. But I wonder if they didn't overplay their hand in this particular announcement, saying that all of these services are going to, well, they portray it as change from Bitcoin to something else, but it's a matter of upgrading Bitcoin. Well, the next month is going to be interesting. This upgrade happens sometime mid-November. It's hard to say exactly when. It's been estimated to be at around 12th, 13th, 14th, thereabout. It's at a certain block height, and it's not sure the block height process is, well, the ticking of the blocks, the cadence of the blocks is halfway random, so it's kind of hard to say exactly when it'll happen. But this was a new kind of strike in an increasingly toxic environment, and you can see that the desperation for keeping the Bitcoin ticker in the control of an increasingly small amount of people is increasing, and it looks like the network and the ecosystem as large is finally having none of it and proceeding with the upgrade.